Here is a step-by-step guide on how to unbox and set up Artist One. Cut open the top of the box. Remove the top cover. Hold the screen handle and lift the scrubber up. Hold the chassis handle to take the scrubber out and put it on a flat hard surface. Inside the package is fluid scrubber, batteries, power adapter, user manual, squeegee, brushes, and charging base. Keep the original packaging for possible future long-distance transport. Next is an introduction to charging. Connect the power adapter with the charging base. Plug it in and slide the battery down the rail. Switch the adapter on. And charging starts when the indicator light flashes. Please fully charge the batteries before first use. First install the batteries. Before installation, make sure that the scrubber is folded and upright. Hold the scrubber with one hand and slide the battery down the rail until it clicks in place. Next, install the splashing guard. During installation, hold the scrubber to prevent it from tipping. The splashing guard has two sides. Face the side with circular dents inward and slip it into the bracket groove. Next, install the squeegee. Place the wastewater suction hose in the groove and align the hose with pins on the chassis. Next, install the brushes. Insert the brush into the hole. Press the push button to gently release the chassis. Remember to hold the scrubber to prevent it from tipping. Connect the red end of the hose with the transparent suction port on the scrubber. The setup is done. The parts from top to bottom include power button, water spray button, mode selection button, start, pause button, volume, networking button, auxiliary support ring, recovery tank release button, chassis release button, brush only mode switch, squeegee, brush, splashing guard, solution tank release button, battery and transport support wheels. Remove the solution tank. Press the button inward with 4 fingers to grab the handle. And remove the solution tank. There are 2 ways to fill the tank. Way 1. Add water when the tank is placed vertically. Remove the vertical rubber stopper and face the water inlet toward the faucet. Don't completely block the water inlet. Insert the rubber stopper when it gets full. Way 2. Add water when the tank is placed horizontally. Remove the horizontal rubber stopper. Add water. And insert the rubber stopper when it gets full. To add detergent, use only low-foaming detergents. The pH value needs to be between 6 and 8. Add at most a cup of detergent for a full tank. Align and place the solution tank. Push inward until it clicks in place. The setup is done. Then the scrubber can start working. Hold the scrubber and press the push button to gently release the chassis. Press the power button. Select a mode. The scrubber comes with 5 modes, which can be switched with the mode selection button and the brush-only mode switch. The 5 modes are ECO mode for routine cleaning and maintenance, Auto mode for smart adjustment of cleaning parameters in complex scenarios, Turbo mode for intensive cleaning of heavy stubborn stains, Sterilization mode for areas requiring a high level of cleanliness and sterilization. In these 4 modes, the scrubber can go forward or turn around without going backward. Brush-only mode works for intensive cleaning of heavily soiled floors or floor polishing. In this mode, you can push the scrubber forward or backward to clean small or narrow areas. Disable auxiliary support so that the scrubber can move freely. For large open areas, pull out the auxiliary support ring. To activate auxiliary support, there are 2 gears that you can adjust freely. To disable auxiliary support, pull out the auxiliary support ring. Push up the bolt and release the auxiliary support ring. Water spray button. When only suction is needed, disable water spray. Turn off the water spray button and the icon indicator is off. Turn on the water spray button and the icon indicator is on. Volume adjustment. Short press the volume button to turn the volume up and down. Press and hold the networking button for 5 seconds to start network connection. Network configuring. Please operate with your mobile application. Aventuria IKEA, a smart cleaning cloud platform developed by Aventuria, provides users with digital services like device management and data analysis. If you have digital needs, communicate with our staff to apply for an account. Turn off the scrubber. Press and hold the power button to turn off the scrubber. Disassemble and empty the recovery tank. When the scrubber is folded and upright, hold the handle of the recovery tank. Press the push button and remove the tank. Place your feet against both ends of the tank and pull up the top cover with your hands. Empty the recovery tank. Hold the handle of the tank and cup the tank bottom to pour away water. If the tank is dirty, rinse directly with clean water. The HEPA filter can be cleaned usually by dusting the surface. If the surface is very dirty, remove the HEPA filter and rinse it with water. Remember to air dry the HEPA filter before use. When a hair dryer is used, cold air is recommended. Hot air may damage the HEPA. Put the top cover back. Align the tank with the base and push inward until it clicks in place. The scrubber has 3 forms. When not used for a long time, the scrubber should be folded. Before folding the scrubber, make sure auxiliary support is disabled. Don't lift the chassis if auxiliary support is active. When the scrubber is folded, place it against the wall and face the solution tank toward the wall to prevent it from tipping. Short distance transport. If we need to move, from one area to another. Keep the scrubber folded and hold the screen handle to drag it forward. If we need to carry the scrubber up and down the stairs, hold the handles on the screen and chassis. To transport the scrubber, don't transport the scrubber only by holding the screen handle or chassis handle. For long-distance transport, put the scrubber back in the original package. Step 1. Put back the charging base. Step 2. Put back the cleaning accessories. Step 3. Put back the middle cover, batteries, and power adapter. Step 4. Put back the scrubber. Step 5. Put back the drying agent and top cover. The packaging is done. If the original package is not available and the scrubber is placed in the trunk for transport, remove the batteries and tanks for separate storage. Keep the scrubber folded and lay the chassis with the floor pan facing downward. Place an anti-collision sponge around the handle. Before packaging, make sure that both tanks are emptied and dry inside. There are 3 types of brushes, in blue, red, and black respectively. The blue soft brush is used for routine cleaning of sensitive floors. The red medium brush is used for routine cleaning of most flooring materials, like marble and tile. The black hard brush is used for grease removal and intensive floor cleaning. There are 3 types of pads, in white, red, and black respectively. The white pad is used for mild polishing. The red pad is used for routine cleaning and moderate polishing. The black pad is used for intensive cleaning and grease removal. The pads are used together with pad holders. There are 2 types of rubber scrape strips, in red and blue respectively. The red abrasion-resistant rubber strip applies to most floor surfaces. The blue oil-resistant rubber strip applies to greasy floors. Assemble and disassemble the squeegee. The squeegee consists of an outer bracket, an inner bracket, and rubber strips. The strips come in a set of 2. First, attach the sharp-angled strip to the outer side of the inner bracket. And the round-edged strip to the inner side. Insert the inner bracket into the outer bracket. Push out. The setup is done. Hinge and push out. To separate the brackets, Remove the strips. Disassembly is done. After every use, always keep 6 to plus 1 in mind. 6 means cleaning the solution tank, recovery tank, squeegee, wastewater suction hose, chassis, and brushes. 2 means checking the batteries and HEPA filter. 1 means charging the batteries, recovery tank cleaning. Hold the handle of the recovery tank and cup the tank bottom. Empty the recovery tank. If the tank is dirty, rinse directly with clean water. The HEPA filter can be cleaned usually by dusting the surface. If the surface is very dirty, remove the HEPA filter and rinse it with water. Remember to air dry the HEPA filter before use. When a hair dryer is used, cold air is recommended. Hot air may damage the HEPA. Squeegee cleaning. Take the squeegee apart and rinse all the parts with water. Brush cleaning. Rinse the brushes directly with water. If they are very dirty, use detergents. Chassis cleaning. After removing the squeegee and brushes, wipe the chassis with a wet rag. Don't rinse the scrubber with a high-pressure washer. The product contains batteries. Don't place the scrubber in a dangerous environment with open flame and high temperature. 2. Please use original batteries and power adapter provided by Aventuria to avoid accidents. 3. During maintenance, power off the scrubber and hold it carefully to prevent it from tipping. 4. Before start mopping, check that the brushes and squeegee are installed properly. 5. Before cleaning, remove large waste and sharp objects like nails on the floor, in case they are not suction or damage the scrubber. 6. When adding water to the solution tank, make sure that the water temperature does not exceed 45 degrees Celsius, and don't completely block the water inlet. 7. You are recommended to use low-foaming detergents. The pH value needs to be between 6 and 8. Add at most a cup of detergent for a full tank. 8. Always keep 6 to plus 1 in mind after every use. 6 means cleaning the solution tank, recovery tank, squeegee, water suction hose, chassis, and brushes. 2 means checking the batteries and HEPA filter. 1 means charging the batteries. 9. To store the scrubber. Disable auxiliary support. Keep the scrubber folded and upright, and face the solution tank toward the wall to prevent it from tipping. 10. When the scrubber is not used for a long time, clean the solution tank and recovery tank, and remove the batteries. You are recommended to charge the batteries every 3 months. Why does a full recovery tank alarm ring when the tank is not full? Step 1. Check if there is too much foam in the recovery tank. If there is too much foam, use the foaming agents or add low foaming detergents. Step 2. Wipe clean the full probe sensors. Why does a fan error alarm ring? Check whether the wastewater suction hose is clogged. Remove the wastewater suction hose. Lift the chassis. Remove the squeegee. Remove the wastewater suction hose. Check the clogs and clean immediately. The hose can be rinsed directly with water. Why the scrubber cannot be turned on? Step 1. Check whether the batteries are installed properly. Step 2. Check whether the batteries are charged by putting the batteries in the charging base. Why are there visible watermarks on the floor? Step 1. Check whether the squeegee is installed properly. Step 2. Check whether there is dirt residue between the two rubber strips on the squeegee. If so, please clean the tray immediately. Step 3. Check whether the rubber strips are worn out. If so, please replace them with new ones. Why water remains on the floor? Why does suction fail? Step 1. Check whether the brush-only mode is enabled. When the brush-only mode is enabled, suction motor will not work. Step 2. Check whether the recovery tank is installed properly. Step 3. Check whether the rubber strips are worn out. If necessary, please replace them with new ones. Step 4. Check whether there is dirt residue between the two rubber strips on the squeegee. If necessary, clean the suction valves. Why there is no or less water flow during cleaning? Step 1. Check whether water spray is disabled. Step 2. Check the water volume in the solution tank. Step 3. Check whether the solution tank can supply water properly. In case of no output, remove the rubber stopper. Press the duckbill valve on the stopper to check whether it is blocked. Put the rubber stopper back and check if water supply is normal. Step 4. Check whether the solution tank filter is clogged. If necessary, clean the filter. Why does the floor get dirtier with the scrubber working? Step 1. Check whether the brushes are dirty. If so, clean the brushes. Step 2. Check whether the brushes are worn out. If so, replace them with new ones. Step 3. Check whether suitable brushes are used. Please use suitable brush components. Why are the batteries not charging? Step 1. Check whether the switch indicator light is on. If not, sure press the switch. Step 2. Check whether the charging indicator light is on. If not, remove the batteries and put them back again.